Gentlemen, please lend me your undivided attention and listen very closely, because I am acutely aware of the exact thoughts currently swirling through your mind. As you glance at the provocative title of this video, I can almost hear you exclaiming internally, "Dr. Narita, have you truly taken leave of your senses, my toothbrush, that humble instrument I employ diligently each morning and night to meticulously scrub away plaque from my teeth?" Indeed, I fully acknowledge that this proposition sounds utterly outlandish, verging on the absurd. It likely conjures images of bizarre claims one might stumble upon in the darkest corners of a conspiracy theory forum. However, I earnestly implore you to set aside your immediate skepticism and suspend your disbelief for a mere 5 minutes. That very toothbrush currently resting innocuously in its cup on your bathroom counter possesses a potential far beyond mere oral hygiene. If you grasp precisely how to wield it, and I emphasize precisely, it holds the unexpected key to unlocking an immediate surge of blood flow, invigorating dormant nerve endings, and bestowing upon you a level of rigidity and responsiveness you may not have experienced in years, perhaps even decades. We are not speaking of some gradual change. We are talking about a powerful physiological reaction that can manifest itself in less than 30 seconds. I assure you, I am not exaggerating. I am certainly not advocating for the use of some obscure experimental supplement, nor am I suggesting you employ this technique on your dental enamel. Within the intricate landscape of the male physique lies a specific, often overlooked biological switch, a hidden neural gateway that the vast majority of men entirely ignore. When this particular point is stimulated with the unique, targeted vibration frequency that a simple toothbrush can provide, you are, in essence, skillfully hacking into your body's profound and complex nervous system. You are manually engaging and activating the precise nerve pathway that transmits an unequivocal command to your brain. Flood this specific area with a robust supply of blood. For those who don't know me, my name is Dr. Narita. For the past 12 years, I have dedicated my clinical practice to helping countless men reclaim their innate vitality, restore their lost confidence, and regain a sense of profound dignity. What I am about to unveil to you is not based on speculation or anecdote. It is firmly rooted in the undeniable principles of human anatomy. Furthermore, it will cost you absolutely nothing, a grand total of $0. And here is perhaps the most astounding and liberating part of all. It is designed to work effectively the very first time you attempt it. However, and this is a truly colossal but, it is absolutely imperative that you watch this entire video from beginning to end. There is a meticulously precise protocol involved here, a series of steps that must be followed with care. If you stimulate the incorrect anatomical spot, or if you apply the wrong amount of pressure, you will undoubtedly feel absolutely nothing. Or, far worse, you risk actually numbing the very area you intend to awaken. So, please, do yourself this favor. Put your phone down, close any other distracting browser tabs you might have open, and dedicate your full attention to this information. We are poised to fundamentally transform your life today, and it all begins right there at your bathroom sink. Before we delve deeply into the fascinating anatomical details, please do me a quick favor. Take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button. I am committed to providing you with the honest, unvarnished truth about men's health, topics that the mainstream media often shies away from discussing openly. And while you're at it, please drop a comment below. I am always eager to know where in the world you are tuning in from. Share your city or country in the comments. I genuinely cherish seeing our ever-expanding global community. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and get down to business. To truly comprehend why a toothbrush, of all improbable objects, could be the key to this solution, we must fundamentally alter our perception of the penis. We must stop viewing it merely as a simple muscle or an inert sponge. Instead, we need to recognize it for what it profoundly is, an intricate electrical instrument. Most men operate under the common misconception that optimal erectile function is solely about blood flow. They think If I have robust blood flow, then I'm good to go. And while that is partially true, it's an incomplete picture. Blood flow, you see, doesn't simply manifest through some magical process. Your heart doesn't just spontaneously decide to pump a torrent of blood to your pelvis. It requires a signal. It demands a clear, unambiguous command. Consider the analogy of your automobile. You could have a fuel tank brimming to the absolute top with gasoline. That's your blood. But if the spark plugs are faulty and dead, or if the intricate wiring connecting to the ignition system is severed, that car will simply not start. It makes no difference how much precious fuel you possess. For a significant number of men, particularly those over the age of 60, the primary issue isn't always the fuel itself. More often than not, it's a problem with the wiring. This is the precise scientific insight that most doctors, unfortunately, lack the luxury of time to fully explain to you during a brief 15-minute checkup. Nestled between your scrotum and your anus is a small, often overlooked stretch of skin. This area is frequently ignored, despite its biological significance. In medical terminology, we refer to this as the perineum. In more casual, everyday language, many people simply call it the taint. You might routinely scrub it during your daily shower and then promptly forget about its existence. However, from a biological standpoint, that seemingly insignificant patch of skin is incredibly prime real estate. Buried directly beneath its surface lies a crucial nerve, the pudendal nerve. If you retain nothing else from this entire video, commit that name, the pudendal nerve, to your memory. This isn't just any nerve. It is the main line, the high-speed fiber optic cable that intricately connects your brain to your pelvic floor, your scrotum, and most critically, the penis itself. This pivotal nerve is fundamentally responsible for all sensation in the region, for the muscular contraction that contributes to rigidity, and ultimately for the precise triggering of an erection. When you are engaging in intimate activity, this nerve transmits a vital signal up your spinal column, directly to your brain, essentially declaring, "We are active." The brain in turn responds by enthusiastically opening the floodgates of the arteries, allowing blood to engorge the erectile tissues. Now here's where the problem arises as we gracefully, or perhaps not so gracefully, age. Two primary issues begin to occur. Firstly, we naturally experience a reduction in overall blood flow throughout the body. Secondly, and arguably more critically, we suffer from what I term neural dormancy. That essential pudendal nerve gets lazy. It becomes desensitized over time. Perhaps you spend the majority of your day sitting in a chair, which can compress the area. Maybe you enjoy regular bike riding, which can also contribute to nerve compression. Or perhaps you simply haven't provided any specific targeted stimulation to that particular area in a very long time. Consequently, the vital signal becomes weak, akin to a radio station struggling through a thick cloud of static. The brain simply cannot hear the request clearly, and therefore it doesn't adequately send the necessary blood. This, my friends, is precisely where the humble toothbrush enters the scene as an unexpected hero. We know from credible scientific studies, specifically a fascinating investigation published in the esteemed Journal of Sexual Medicine, that targeted perineal stimulation can indeed trigger a potent reflex response. However, your fingers, while convenient, are often too broad and unwieldy for this delicate task. They tend to press too hard, and they cannot consistently create the precise, rapid frequency of stimulation that is required. A toothbrush, on the other hand, specifically its carefully designed bristles, creates a very particular texture. And if you employ the precise motion that I'm about to teach you, it generates a highly specific vibration. This unique vibration acts as a gentle yet firm wake-up call for the pudendal nerve, stimulating it without causing any trauma or discomfort. It effectively cuts through the static, clears the communication line, and sends a loud, crystal-clear signal directly to the brain that emphatically declares, "Activate." It is, in its purest and most elegant form, biohacking at its finest. Now, before I present you with the detailed step-by-step protocol, I need to offer you a crucial word of caution and protection. In my 12 years of extensive clinical practice, whenever I recommend a revolutionary technique such as this, I inevitably observe men rushing into it with eager anticipation. They get incredibly excited. They dash to the bathroom. They try it immediately. and then they return to my office disheartened, proclaiming, "Dr. Narita, it simply didn't work." When I gently inquire about their specific actions, I almost invariably discover that they committed one of four common and specific mistakes. These errors don't just render the technique ineffective, they can, in fact, make matters worse. Let's meticulously count them down now, ensuring that you do not fall into these easily avoidable traps. Mistake number 4, the more is better trap, aggression. This is, without a doubt, the most prevalent mistake I encounter. Men often operate under the faulty assumption that if a little stimulation is beneficial, then a lot must be absolutely phenomenal. So they grab that toothbrush and commence scrubbing the perineum with the intensity and vigor of someone trying to remove stubborn grout from a tile floor. Please, I implore you, stop. Halt that aggressive action immediately. The pudendal nerve is an exquisitely sensitive structure, and it resides quite close to the surface of the skin. If you press too hard or scrub aggressively, you will invariably trigger pain receptors, not the desired pleasure receptors. Your body will instinctively shift into a defensive mode, leading to the constriction of blood vessels, the exact opposite of the physiological response we are striving to achieve. We are seeking gentle, precise stimulation, not harsh exfoliation. Mistake number 3, the wrong tool, hard bristles. Take a moment to go into your bathroom right now and examine your current toothbrush. If the package explicitly states firm or medium bristles, do not use it for this particular technique. The skin of the perineum is significantly thinner and more delicate than the skin on your hands or your back. Hard bristles will feel scratchy, irritating, and frankly, quite unpleasant. Irritation is a potent killer of arousal. It actively suppresses the parasympathetic response, which we will discuss in just a moment, that is essential for erectile function. You absolutely require a toothbrush with soft, or ideally, extra soft bristles. If you don't possess one, simply purchase a cheap one. It's a minimal dollar investment for what could be a $1 million feeling. Mistake number 2, the marathon session, timing. I've had patients candidly tell me they tried this technique for a full 10 minutes. Gentlemen, 10 minutes is an absolute eternity when it comes to a delicate nerve reflex. If you engage in this stimulation for too long, you will deplete the necessary neurotransmitters. You essentially bore the nerve into submission. The sensation will quickly become mere background noise. Much like the monotonous hum of a refrigerator, you simply stop feeling it. This technique is specifically designed to be a potent spark, a brief catalyst, not an enduring fire. We need short, powerful bursts of stimulation, lasting precisely 20 to 30 seconds. That is the optimal duration. Mistake number 1, the cold start, mental state. This is, without question, the silent killer of success for many men. You absolutely cannot perform this technique effectively while your mind is racing with stress about your taxes, or anxiously worrying if you remembered to lock the front door, or fixating on that nagging back pain. If your brain is caught in a high-stress, fight-or-flight mode, what we call the sympathetic nervous system response, your body will be flooded with an abundance of cortisol and adrenaline. Adrenaline, you see, is the arch enemy of healthy erections. It instinctively constricts blood vessels, diverting blood to your legs to prepare you to run away from perceived danger. You could execute the toothbrush technique perfectly, but if your brain is simultaneously running a mental marathon of worry and anxiety, the crucial signal will never effectively break through. You must be present, focused, and relaxed. All right, now that you possess the correct mindset and you are fully aware of what not to do, I am going to meticulously guide you through the exact, precise protocol. I want you to visualize each step clearly right now so you can execute it flawlessly later. This is the simple yet powerful 30-second spark. Step 1, the setup. Privacy is absolutely paramount here. You need to be in an environment where you feel completely relaxed and unhurried. You can perform this technique either standing or comfortably seated on the edge of a chair, or even on the toilet with the lid securely down. The key is ensuring unhindered access to the perineum. Step 2, the location. First, without the toothbrush in hand, reach down with your fingers and locate the area between your scrotum and your anus. You are searching for that soft, distinct bridge of skin. It's roughly the size of a coin. You might perceive a slight ridge, or perhaps just smooth skin. That is your precisely targeted zone. That is where the pudendal nerve is most readily accessible and receptive to stimulation. Step 3, the contact. Now, take your clean, soft, bristled toothbrush. Ensure it is dry, or at most, slightly warm. Cold water can be quite a shock to the system. Gently place the bristles against that identified spot. I repeat, do not press. Do not apply any pressure whatsoever. Simply allow the bristles to rest lightly there so you distinctly feel their texture against your skin. Step 4, the motion. Here lies the secret sauce, the critical element. You are going to employ 2 very specific alternating motions. Motion A, the microcircle. Move the brush in incredibly tiny, delicate circles, no larger than a pea. These should be light, feathery touches, barely grazing the skin. Motion B, the tapping. Gently tap the bristles straight up and down against the skin, maintaining that light touch. You will alternate between these 2 motions. Circle for 5 seconds, then tap for 5 seconds. This deliberate variation is crucial. It prevents the nerve from becoming accustomed to the sensation, from getting bored, or adapting to a single stimulus. It keeps the signal fresh, potent, and continuously engaging. Step 5, the duration. Count it out mentally. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 30. As you perform this, I want you to entirely focus your mind on that singular sensation. Close your eyes. Truly feel the delicate dance of the bristles. Visualize that electrical wire beneath your skin, lighting up, sending a vibrant signal shooting up to your brain, and then vividly imagine the blood rushing powerfully down to the area. Step 6, the window. This step is absolutely crucial for success. You must perform this technique precisely 2 to 5 minutes before intimacy. This is a priming technique. You are effectively warming up the engine for optimal performance. If you attempt this 30 minutes beforehand, the desired effect will regrettably fade. It needs to be executed right before you require the performance. Now, if you choose to stop watching the video here, you will still undoubtedly achieve noticeable results. Most men report feeling a distinct tingling sensation, a pleasant warmth in the pelvis, or even the stirring of an erection within those initial 30 seconds. But I want to equip you with the pro tip, the advanced strategy that elevates this from being merely a neat trick to a genuinely powerful and effective physiological intervention. You need to seamlessly combine the toothbrush stimulation with diaphragmatic breathing. Remember how I explained that adrenaline actively kills erections? Well, deep intentional breathing is a potent antidote that effectively kills adrenaline. While you are engaging in the 30-second toothbrush stimulation, I want you to consciously follow this specific breathing rhythm. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, filling your belly, not just your chest. Hold that breath for a count of 2. Then slowly and fully exhale through your mouth for a count of 4. Why this specific rhythm? Because when you breathe in this manner, you are manually switching your nervous system from the sympathetic stress response to the parasympathetic rest, digest, and arouse response. By synchronizing the physical stimulation of the toothbrush with the profound chemical relaxation induced by proper breathing, you are attacking the problem from 2 incredibly powerful sides. The toothbrush awakens and stimulates the penis, while the breathing calms the mind and the brain, allowing the essential blood to flow freely and unhindered. It is a powerful 1-2 punch that can effectively knock out mild to moderate erectile dysfunction symptoms almost instantly. I want to take a heartfelt moment right now to speak with you directly, man to man, doctor to patient. I understand completely that contemplating, let alone trying, something as unconventional as this might feel profoundly undignified or even a little silly. I know from extensive experience that struggling with erectile function can leave you feeling broken, diminished, and profoundly isolated. In my 12 years of practice, I have witnessed some of the strongest, most resilient men, CEOs at the top of their game, hardworking construction workers, courageous soldiers, break down emotionally in my office because they feel as though they've lost an essential part of themselves. They often feel that their own body is betraying them, leading to a pervasive sense of being less than. I want you to know unequivocally that those feelings are entirely valid. Your emotions are real and understandable. However, the conclusion you draw from them, that you are broken or less than, is fundamentally wrong. You are not broken. You are simply evolving. Your body at 60 or 70 years of age is naturally not the same as it was at 20, and that, I assure you, is perfectly okay. The internal wiring simply requires a little more assistance, a slightly louder, clearer signal to function optimally. There is absolutely no shame in understanding the intricate workings of your own body. There is no shame whatsoever in intelligently utilizing a tool, whether it be a prescribed pill, a specialized pump, or yes, even a simple toothbrush, to achieve the results you desire and deserve. The only true shame lies in giving up on yourself, in allowing embarrassment or false pride to prevent you from trying a viable solution. Intimacy is a truly beautiful and essential part of human life. It fosters deep connection with our partners, it significantly reduces stress, and it has even been shown to improve heart health. You absolutely deserve to experience and enjoy that in your life, regardless of the specific year printed on your birth certificate. Using this technique isn't weird, it's smart. It's an intelligent application of your own biology. It's about proactively taking control back from the relentless march of father time. So here is the stark reality of your choice. You can, of course, simply click off this video right now, go back to your day, and change absolutely nothing. You can choose to accept the status quo, to passively resign yourself to the notion that things just don't work the way they used to, or you can choose to take decisive action. You can walk into your bathroom tonight, you can easily locate that soft bristled toothbrush. You can close the door for privacy, take a deep, calming breath, and invest a mere 30 seconds in yourself. You literally have nothing to lose. It's entirely free. It's completely safe. And science, my friends, tells us unequivocally that for many of you, it will be the precise spark that reignites the fire that has perhaps long smoldered. I genuinely want you to try it. Seriously, give it a try tonight. And then, I implore you, come back to this video. I want you to navigate to the comment section below and simply tell me it worked, or describe how it felt for you. Because when you generously share your personal success, you inadvertently give profound hope to the millions of other men who are quietly reading those comments, men who are too afraid or too embarrassed to ask for help themselves. You are not done yet. Your vitality, your capacity for connection, your inherent strength, it is all still very much there, patiently waiting for the right signal to awaken it. Go forth and give it that signal. If this video has provided you with any value or hope, please do me a kindness and hit that like button. It truly helps this vital information reach the men who need it most. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you never miss our next deep dive into the fascinating world of men's health. I'm Dr. Narita. Thank you for entrusting me with your valuable time. Take exceptional care of yourself, and I will eagerly see you in the next one.